Hello and welcome to another video on the rooftop with me here in sunny Barcelona. I'm Taryn, and this little video today is about that email. You know the one, the email that you send to your prospective clients, the one that tells them how wonderful your company is, the service that you deliver, the one that says, I want to get a meeting with you, would love to have some time on the phone with you, that one. Because there's a few things that would be really useful to know in advance of creating such an email. The first thing I suggest you do though is start with your why. Why are you creating this email? What do you hope it to achieve? Because when you understand that, then you can understand what needs to be inside the email. If the purpose of the email is simply to say, I'm going to phone you next week and I want you to pick up the phone or at least take my call, then that's really what the email is about. Likewise, if you would like to get a meeting, it's about getting a meeting. It's not about telling them everything about your product, giving them a case of War and Peace as to what you can do for them and how it works, because essentially they have little time to read such emails. Most people are incredibly busy, and if they do, if it rambles, you'll probably lose them anyway. So as a rule of thumb, I encourage all my clients to create emails that take little more than 15 seconds to read. Most people scan read emails anyway, looking for keywords. It's just a habit of how we're starting to read these days. So if the purpose of the email is to try and get a booked conversation, i.e., are you available next week, etc., it might be better that you just inform that you intend to call them, because otherwise your initial email is asking your potential client to do something and they don't even know who you are. But if you use it as an opportunity to announce that you will be calling them, there's probably a higher probability that they take your call rather than you asking them to respond to an email with a time that's convenient, or better still, suggesting a time or phoning you back. If the purpose of the email is to get a meeting, the same thing applies. Do not ask anything of the recipient of the email. Merely notify them of your intentions. So if you write to them on the Monday and say, hey, I'm X from company Y, we work in this space, I'm just letting you know I'm going to call you next week to book a meeting because we can help you with X, that should be sufficient. And you write it, rewrite it and nuance it so that you give a little bit of flavour as to the value you represent, but not too much that you've sated their appetite to know more. You've given them enough information that they can scan read it within 15 or so seconds, and that your name should be lasting in their mind if they've opened it when you call. And here's the thing. So many people send out such emails and then fail to follow up with a call, either because they were expecting a response, or because they forgot, or because they were busy. None of that really matters. In the mind of your prospective client, there needs to be the establishment of cause and effect, the cause of the email and the effect of that email. So you sent it and you're going to follow up with a call. If you say you're going to do something, you really should do it. Because otherwise, if you can't follow up on the basic of promises, like to make a phone call, how can anyone be trusted to deliver further value in the form of services to that potential client? So there you go, just a flavour of what that email could be about. If you want to know more, drop me a message on the comments below. What have you used? How have you found emailing in your sales engagement? Have you found it a waste of time? Or have you had great results? I'd love to hear from you. See you next time. Thanks very much for watching. Bye-bye.